In 2.0's story, there's one scene that stuck out to me. Honestly, there are quite a few scenes I would consider great. The obvious picks such as the 2.0 climax with Folova, or the scene with Lorelai and Phoebe come to mind. But this one is especially great to me. It's the scene of Carlotta showing Rover the Montelli Vault and their history. During the scene, Carlotta displays such an intense amount of pride on who the Montellis are and what they aspire to become in the future without seeming overbearing or arrogant. This scene was purely exposition, but the storyboarding and voice work is absolutely stellar in that it was able to maintain your attention throughout. I played it in an English dub, and Jennifer Inglis's performance was an absolute standout.
My forebears began collecting these echoes long before the vault existed, when the Montelli family was nothing more than a third-rate house ridiculed for its adventurous spirit.
Not to mention, the background music also exemplifies the Montelli family's quiet power, if that makes sense. I'm sure a person like Marco Meatball will be able to pick apart this OST better, so I'll refrain from commenting much. I don't want to embarrass myself after all. One thing I will mention though, is how well this theme makes it feel like you're in the presence of something great. Like it's humbling to be in the presence of whatever this theme is accompanying. And while what Carlotta is showing you might simply just be a vault, the theme makes it feel like it carries the weight of all of the Montelli family's efforts. And it does. Through this BGM alone, you can tell they're not keen on outward shows of force, but you know that they're absolutely entrenched in their involvement in Renacita's finances. And then the echoes themselves. We know who and what they are, but you can just tell by how they're framing them that they're important. But what we can also tell is how the Montelli family views echoes versus how Renacita treats echoes. In Renacita, they're companions, friends. Phoebe, just in the previous scene earlier in the act, treats them like little friends. Kinda like how you treat the neighborhood cat. They're so cute and cuddly, helpful even. This behavior isn't uncommon too. Echoes and Renacita are a way of life and a way to express yourself. The echoes themselves also have feelings, or at least it feels like they do, because of how Cuddlewaddle and its companions act, or how Phoebe acts with the echoes and how they interact with her, or how Margarita's Bakey acts. We can spend another section of this video talking about TDs and their mimicry of behavior, but that feels like a discussion for another day. Going back to the main subject, contrasting to how the rest of Renacita treats echoes, how do the Montelli family treats echoes? To them, they're tools. Things to use to further the business. A completely utilitarian view, because even the first Vitrium dancer was meant to just stay locked inside the pedestal forever. Even Carlotta thinks of them in a purely transactional basis. In this one scene of at least 5 minutes, provided that you were paying attention, you can tell immediately what the Montellis are, how they act, and how they think. It's an extremely efficient scene that wastes absolutely no time, that has all of the characters' charm and exposition baked so cleanly that you don't even notice. I think, even after Renacita's main story ends, it'll be a long while before Kuro tops this scene.